True richness lies not in a bank balance but in the liberty to meet each morning with the quiet strength to mold the day as desired. Wealth often gets chased under the assumption it unlocks joy's door. Yet joy proves elusive, shifting with each person's spirit. One thread, however, stitches through every tapestry of happiness: the longing to hold life's reins, the power to choose actions, companions, rhythm, and rest. That's a prize no vault can secure. It's the ripest harvest wealth can yield. In the 1920s, Clara Henshaw, a thinker from the University of Chicago, turned from the psyche's shadows, grief, dread, fractured minds, to what lifts spirits high. Her 1979 work, The Pulse of Contentment, upended dour assumptions. Most people glowed brighter than scholars thought. Yet some outshone others, and the difference wasn't tied to income, address, or degrees. Misery lingered across all. Tears, what distinguished the joyful, was elemental. Steering one's own course trumped every yardstick of success in crafting a life well lived. Not earnings, not house size, not titles. Command over time, company, and pursuits paved the truest path to fulfillment. Money's deepest value emerges here. It's a lever to reclaim the clock. Bit by bit, it erects a bastion of freedom, granting the right to shape days and their contents. A small reserve might offer a week to heal from illness without dread, a subtle upheaval for those unaccustomed. A larger stash could mean waiting for work that stirs the soul rather than seizing the nearest offer. That shifts everything. A 6-month cushion? A boss's scowl loses its bite. Space opens to seek anew if tides turn. Greater wealth might swap a hefty paycheck for flexible hours, a short commute, or calm when medical costs loom. At its peak, it's picking the final workday, not having it imposed. Turning cash into time and options? No luxury outshines that. Consider a tale from university days. A student aimed to become a tech consultant, lured by glittering figures. The dream seemed certain to ignite a vibrant life. A summer role at a polished Seattle firm landed. Success, it appeared. Day one struck hard. The pay dazzled, the tasks thrilled, but the hours chained every breath to others' demands. Leaving before 10 was a rarity. The office quip ran, "Skip Saturday, forget Sunday." 5 weeks in, the stint ended early. The work itself captivated, yet passion tethered to another's whip felt like toil masked as zeal. Psychologists label that friction pushback. Elena Torres, a Stanford behavioral expert, framed it keenly. People yearn to chart their path, press too firm, and resistance flares. Even if they'd have agreed freely, they'll balk to claim their will. Understand this, and it's clear. Channeling resources toward a life of chosen whats, whens, wheres, and whos yields a return unmatched. Take Ravi Patel, a startup spark. Over coffee, he recounted his break. Warehouse work in Boston paid $25K. Yearly, barely enough. Living on $1,200 monthly, earning $2,000, 2 years built a $15,000 nest. At 24, that buffer let photography take flight. A few gigs covered costs, unshackled, no clock to punch. When pressed on selling his photo platform for millions, he shrugged. That was gravy. Freedom hit at 24. Wealth abounds in America, history's richest land, yet contentment lags. A 2020 Insight Poll survey found 48% of Americans fretting heavily, topping the global 40%. Stress gripped 57%, far above the world's 36%. Riches bought grander homes, 1,000 square feet in 1950 swelled to 2,500 by 2020, and finer tools. Income rose from $31,000 in 1955 to $68,000 in 2020, adjusted. But time, it's dwindled. Progress trades hours for splendor, a draw, at best. Eliza Morton, a textile magnate of the 1890s, grasped this. Silent amid her empire's buzz, she'd hum. A sly fox perched in the pines, watched more, barked less by design. Her craft was thought, not looms, output born in stillness. Then, most labored with hands, now, minds laid. That shift binds work to every hour, fraying time's grip, and with it, joy's roots. So, the task looms, untangle what sparks delight. Gerontologist Maxine Adler, in Echoes of a Full Life, asked 200 elders. None tied happiness to cash, rivalry, or distant wins. Bonds, purpose, and unhurried moments with kin prevailed. Children don't want wallets, they want presence, she noted. From those who've lived long, mastery of minutes is wealth's truest crown.